We begin with the latest on one of the abductors who kidnapped Elizabeth Smart 23 years ago. Last month, police arrested Wanda Barzee for visiting two Salt Lake City parks, something she's forbidden from doing because she's a registered sex offender. This morning, Barzee made her first court appearance on the new charges. Brian Carlson is live this afternoon at the courthouse with more on that story. Brian, what do these new charges mean for Barzee?
Well, Tamara, if convicted, she could end up in jail again. Some people may be surprised she was out in the first place. How her release is monitored is something that Elizabeth Smart says needs to be reformed. Walking into court this morning, 79-year-old Wanda Barzee is out of jail, facing new criminal charges for violating her sex offender registry.
I think some people would be concerned that she's not in custody, but these are misdemeanor charges based on conduct that really put her on the registry over 20 years ago.
Salt Lake police arrested Barzee last month for visiting both Liberty and Sugar House parks in Salt Lake City, admitting to sitting on benches and feeding ducks, a violation of her conviction for her role in Elizabeth Smart's abuse and kidnapping in 2002. Smart spoke out about Barzee's new arrest last month on social media.
Her justification was that she was commanded by the Lord, which unfortunately is very familiar to me and is probably the most concerning thing because that's how they justified kidnapping me.
Smart saying at the time it shows the need to reform sex offender registries.
I urge policymakers and justice officials to view this as a reminder that sex offender registries and release conditions exist for important reasons.
To those surprised the whole thing's even a possibility in the first place, Barzee spent 15 years in prison for Smart's abuse and kidnapping and was released in 2018. Although her new charges are concerning, KSL legal analyst Greg Skordas says they're not ones that require she stay in jail.
Sometimes people think that this is people that are on parole the rest of their lives, but they're not. They're on the sex offender registry for the rest of their lives. And in her case, because her crime involved a child, she is on the registry for life.
Today, walking out of court and out of custody. Now, Barzee was assigned a judge for these new criminal charges and will next appear in court on July 21st. She also is required to check in with pretrial services in between now and whenever she's convicted or acquitted of these new charges. Live downtown, Brian Carlson, KSL 5 News. Back to you.
Brian, thank you for the update.